It is Saturday morning. I am headed out to put the charger on the tractor to let it fully charge the battery. I just did a quick charge on it the other day so I could get hay out. So the plan for this morning, I noticed those pepper and tomatillo plants I bought on Thursday are looking a little puny. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant them in a tub outside. That way, if the temperature gets down, I can cover them up and protect them, but they'll at least not be quite so stressed. So you may ask me why I have to put a charger on my battery all the time. This tractor doesn't sit out, it stays outside for one thing, that's part of it. But also part of it too is there's probably an electrical fault in it somewhere. This is a tractor that I bought, I would say inherited, but I didn't inherit it. I bought when I got the farm. It is about 30 years old. It's a Ford. Now New Holland is the brand that Ford sells under, but it's a Ford. It's always been kind of cold natured. It's always needed a little boost in when the temperatures get down. So I usually have to charge it maybe once a week or once every couple of weeks in the wintertime. There is an electrical fault in it because some helpful people that my dad was associated with decided we needed a different kind of light on it, and when they ran the lights they messed up the electrical system. I generally don't drive it at night anyway, so I haven't worried about the light situation, but one thing that I did notice, I had bought myself a safety triangle to put on the back of it, and I need to put that on while I'm off work because the one that was on there broke off. So I'm gonna put this on the charger and I'll go grab that safety triangle and put it on while I'm thinking about it. Okay, now I'm road legal again. That's not put on there the best way possible, but they took the bracket off apparently that it went on, so I just attached it to the seat bracket with a temporary screw until I could find something else to use. Cows are mad. I didn't bring them any feed, but there's grass. They can go eat that. They just are spoiled. So I went to get a bucket of the composted manure where I've been feeding hay for Lisa. If that's what she wants, then I'll go get her some more if she needs it. So, okay, I'm gonna take a quick break to grab a bite to eat and wait on her to get here, and then I'm gonna hang up a couple of bluebird boxes. I scoped out a couple of spots to put one. Taking a bath, dust bathing. We're taking a dust bath. Okay, so I'm hanging up some of my bluebird boxes. I got these from Bird Gazer on Etsy. They use reclaimed wood to make them, or like arborists cast-offs to make them. Bluebird boxes need a smaller hole than what most commercially available boxes you can get have. They need that opening to be 1 1/8 inches. If it's 1 1/4 inches, other birds will try to take it away from the bluebirds, who tend to be a little bit timid. So he measures these out to make sure they're the right size. And so I'm mounting this on one of my posts outside my chicken coop. So I'm gonna put a couple more up while we're at it. So all the houses come with a card on it that says what the wood it is and what the source of it was. And then it comes with the hanging hardware and everything. So yep, birdgazer.net, a great place to get birdhouses. Are you up here nosing around seeing what's going on? Huh? Are y'all up here nosing around seeing what's going on? Oh, that's lovely, Pumpkin. This is why we can't have nice things, because people scratch their butts on the fence. Here, guys. Are you helping me? You want to help me? Good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, you're gonna mess with my hat? Okay. Let's not eat the hat. How about? Well, my friend Lisa has come and gone. I forgot to give her the pot, so I'll have to take those to work with me. I hung up a couple of the bluebird boxes, but I'm gonna take these other two over in the cattle pasture and hang them up. Then after that, I want to fill up at least one of the smaller raised beds with rabbit manure so I can go ahead and plant my strawberries. I may have to cover them up if it gets cold, but I want to go ahead and get them in the ground before they start getting stressed. And also I'm going to go ahead and plant those 2 tomato plants. It's way too early to be planting them, but if I have to go out and cover them up, I will. So that's what you do. Anyway, so we're going to drive over in the cattle pasture and check on hanging these bird boxes up. They follow me everywhere. They think I ought to be feeding them. Silly things. There's grass. They're fine. What are you doing, nosy butt? Nothing. Y'all are nosy. Y'all are very nosy. Hello. Hello. Hi. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all are nosy butts. You don't need in that. Did y'all tear a hole in that feed sack? Yeah, I can tell by the way you're acting you did. Heathens. Move. You did that. I know you. You stink. You stink. Snot ball. Y'all happy now? Yeah. Y'all run from one pile to the other like it's gonna get better. Rotten, rotten. So you may be wondering what mason bees are. This is the little leaflet that came on the tube that I got. Mason bees are native bees. They're sometimes called orchard bees or orchard mason bees, and they pollinate a lot of fruit trees and like bramble fruits and things like that. Mason bees are native to North America. They are not affected by a lot of the diseases that affect the introduced honeybees. Honeybees are not native to North America. They've been introduced, and you know, they have their problems. They have pests and diseases that affect them that don't affect our native bees. But mason bees will fertilize active in earlier spring because they're more active at colder temperatures, and they have hairier bodies, so they carry more pollen. Now, they don't chase you or sting you. They don't make honey. They don't chase you like sometimes honeybees will do. So honeybees, or mason bees, excuse me, like to build their nest in mud sealed tubes, and so that's why the nests look like they do. And so I put mine in the eaves of my little lean-to shed out there in the horse pasture where the minis are. I thought that would be a good place for it. So you might also attract, it says leaf cutter bees are also helpful pollinators. So the mason bee life cycle, all of last year's adults have completed their lives by the end of the previous spring, so they have a short lifespan. But they lay eggs in groups. So they lay female eggs and then fewer male eggs. The males choose their way out to meet the emerging females. And then the females spend the rest of their time making the nests and laying more eggs. They are docile, and you can watch them with their build their nests. So I thought it was pretty cool. I got mine from, I think I ordered mine from one of the seed companies, but you can get them in different places. So they're a nice native pollinator. I always like to help out native species whenever possible. I do have honeybees, but I also like to help the natives out whenever possible. So mason bees, might check them out in your area and see if it's something that would be worth doing. So yeah. My friend Lisa, when she came out, she was commenting on how peaceful it was out here. And I think sometimes I forget to sit down and just enjoy that. I get so fussed about the fact that the house is worn out and, you know, everything's not the way I want it, that sometimes I forget that I'm really glad that I'm here. You know, that it's worth the drive. It's worth, you know, pinching pennies to make the payments. It's, you know, it's worth it to me. And I hope that the vlogs this week have shown that I love this place. I really do love this place. I get angry sometimes, and we've talked about this before, about, you know, the amount of money that I had to spend to save it, but I'm glad that I did. I don't regret that. And it is peaceful out here. And everything I do makes the place better, I hope. You know, everything that I'm working on is making the place better. And, you know, living the dream that I wanted. I'm growing a lot of what I eat. I'm raising my own beef cattle. You know, I've got my own eggs for my own chickens. If I wanted to raise chickens for meat, I could. I'm very grateful that I have this place. There's the wind chimes for you, Shirley. The wind just picked up as I started recording. It's just for you, Shirley. I do have a little bit of an obsession with wind chimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like the ant in Twister. Anyway, I am grateful that I have this place, and I do love it here. And so hopefully, you know, it just gets better and better as I keep working on it and keep getting closer and closer to having it paid for. And someday, hopefully, I'll have my education center out here. So just wanted to take a pause. I'm gonna plant these last few plants, and then I'm gonna be done for the night, I think, on this stuff, and go make some supper. I'm watching the cardinals fly by. Anyway, so I'll check back in with y'all in a few minutes. And I just saw my first butterfly of the season. There was a tiger swallowtail just flew by over here. So I didn't get to video it, but it's the first one that I've seen this year, so yay. I planted 2 varieties of ever-bearing strawberry here. Quinault and Ozark Beauty. And my Ozark Beauties that I had before did really well until I let them get overrun by weeds. So I'm hoping these will do well in this little bed. And then if they spread, I'll add them, take the babies and add them to another bed. And then over here we have 2 varieties of heirloom tomatoes. We've got 2 Cherokee purples and a red beefsteak. Those are both heirloom varieties. It's really too early to plant tomatoes, but I'm afraid that they'll start having problems if I don't get them in the ground. So I'll just have to come out and cover them up as we do a frost. So, yep, got that done. I'm gonna go check on the rabbit's feed, and then I'm gonna call it a day, I think. Well, I've had my shower and I have made supper. I made mini meatloaf burgers and fries, and that's why Smiley and Willie are both very interested in what I have on my plate. So, good filling supper after a long day. So thank y'all for coming along on this week with me. We've got one more day to go. So hopefully y'all have enjoyed this, and maybe you've learned a little something. And I appreciate everybody interacting. Yes, I appreciate everybody interacting. And Smiley's not gonna get my burger as much as she wants it. She had a little treat earlier. So anyway, thank y'all for coming along, and I'll see you for one more day tomorrow.